Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to NoDQ&A video right here on NoDQ.com as well as the YouTube channel and NoDQ&A videos affiliate, ringsidenews.com. Hope you all having a good weekend. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the very latest regarding Survivor Series. Got your questions here from spring.me/Aaron Rift. So let's get started with the first one today from Rated RK0. Hey Aaron, with as big a pop as he got and how important and strong WWE made him look on Raw, could you see Ryback getting a big main event push and someday getting the WWE World title, possibly sometime before WrestleMania 32? Please answer in video. My guess is that WWE will give up on Ryback by the time WrestleMania 32 rolls around. I'm not sure if Ryback is ever going to reach the level that he was at during his first run before he faced CM Punk at Hell in a Cell. WWE is trying to get him back to that point, but I just don't know if it's possible. They could book him strong, but at the end of the day, I think that WWE is going to put more emphasis on younger talent. Ryback is the kind of guy WWE likes to push, however, so I think that they will try to go as far as possible with him and see where things go, but I just don't see him being WWE champion. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know in WWE, and he will be given every opportunity, I'm sure of that, because of the size and because he is the kind of athlete and superstar that Vince McMahon loves. He loves the big, jacked up monsters that can go out there and just dominate, and he sees dollar signs with somebody like Ryback. He will be given the opportunities, but I think with so many other guys working their way up in WWE, and the fact that WWE already gave him a big push in the past, I just don't know how long this one is going to last. And I got this one from the Naked Ninja. Hi Aaron, do you think that John Cena is a more logical opponent to drop the title to Roman Reigns because it is like a passing of the torch, similar to Rock versus Lesnar at SummerSlam? Going back to the question with Ryback, Roman Reigns is that very guy that I think WWE will put more of their stock into, and he's the guy they're looking at as the future face of the company, not Ryback. But Ryback versus Roman Reigns, I mean, down the line, that's a possibility. Anyways, getting back to your question here regarding Roman Reigns beating John Cena. The thing is, WWE has already kind of done that with John Cena, supposedly passing the torch to somebody. We saw it with Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam, where John Cena put over Daniel Bryan clean in the middle, and we saw John Cena put over CM Punk. It's already been done before. I think that you're better off having Roman Reigns beat the guy that beat John Cena so decisively at SummerSlam, and Brock Lesnar has the reputation of being the unstoppable beast. To me, it makes more sense to have Roman Reigns beat Brock Lesnar, and you can always do Roman Reigns versus John Cena down the line, and I'm sure we will see that match. I think it's inevitable, actually, that maybe at next year's SummerSlam, we will see John Cena versus Roman Reigns, and maybe when John Cena is finally ready, or when he has no other choice due to injury or whatever, he decides to step down, that would be the point where he endorses Roman Reigns as the future face of the company. But for all we know, things will not work out with Roman Reigns, and we'll have John Cena on top for another 5 years, and there'll be 2 or 3 other people that John Cena supposedly passed the torch to, and then it goes right back to John Cena, and you don't really accomplish anything in the long run. All right, this one comes from Knowledge Allah. Peace, Aaron. Do you think the new stable of Kofi, Kingston, Big E, Langston, and Xavier Woods will succeed or flop like the Wyatt family? Please answer in video. Interesting that you consider the Wyatt family to be a flop. I wouldn't go that far, but regarding this faction and what's going to happen with them, it's pretty clear to me that WWE has no idea what to do with these guys. They teased something with them a couple months back, and it went absolutely nowhere. And now they got Xavier Woods acting like the cat Ernest Miller, doing the James Brown routine. I don't get it. I'm not a fan of it. I think it has very little potential, if any. And it's pretty clear to me that WWE has all but completely given up on these guys. And it's especially a shame when you look at how far Kofi had gotten at one point and how close he was to being a top star in WWE. And now, I mean, they really have no idea what to do with him. They have no idea what to do with Big E or Xavier Woods. And they're just trying to come up with these wacky gimmicks, hoping something will catch on. I don't think this one is going to. I think it's going to flop. It's interesting you mentioned the Wyatt family. I don't consider the Wyatt family to be a flop by any means. Could have been better. But this could flop like so many other factions in WWE that have formed over the years that ended up going nowhere. At least the Wyatt family had some pay-per-view main event matches and were in some high-profile matches. These guys, I mean, I don't even see them lasting 6 months. I mean, maybe they'll end up being the new 3MB, and that's not exactly a compliment for those guys. But maybe that'll happen where there'll be a comedy act for 6 months, and then who knows what happens with those guys. All right, this one comes from Hooked on Phonics M. Hey Aaron, I read somewhere about Brock Lesnar having heart problems. Have you heard this? And if true, what does that do to the upcoming pay-per-views? Thanks, to keep up the good work. Well, when Brock had his last match at Night of Champions, I mean, it's just speculation. I mean, none of us are doctors. None of us are physicians for Brock Lesnar. Maybe some people out there are doctors, but nobody is the physician for Brock Lesnar that's watching this video. So nobody really knows except for Brock Lesnar and the people that medically care for him. People were speculating because he was sweating a lot during that match with John Cena. I definitely saw the speculation in the posts about Brock Lesnar. The thing is, though, WWE would not put him in the ring if he could not pass a physical, and I'm sure that he is checked on regularly. And WWE has been very up to date with everything, and they keep on top of stuff. And I don't think that they would put him in the ring if he was any kind of serious risk health-wise. They do not want something happening to him in the middle of the ring. So they're going to keep checking up on him and making sure that he's healthy and ready to go. So I wouldn't really look too much into it. I think that if there was an issue, we would have known about it by now and it wouldn't be kept a secret, and WWE would get the title off of him. I mean, all sorts of things would happen if there was actually something to this. For now, I think it's just people, speculating, and really speculation and nothing else. All right, this one comes from CPW1978. NoDQ.com reports that Beth Phoenix would be open to a WWE return. Do you see them ever bringing back the Glamazon or any former divas back? How about signing TNA knockouts like Velvet Sky or Angelina Love, whom would fit well on Total Divas? Well, I think it's unlikely that they bring back Beth Phoenix just because WWE always looks towards bringing in younger women. They want to bring in 20-year-old models and try to turn them into wrestlers. And, they go for youth. That's what they want. They want young women, young attractive women that they can bring in and use those women to sell magazines and calendars and all that stuff. So very, very rarely do you see older women being brought back and women that were former stars coming back and having another run. You just don't see it happen in WWE. As far as bringing in TNA knockouts, I think the odds are very much against that. WWE is going to want to bring in new women, young women out of high school, and bring them into NXT and try to turn them into wrestlers. And WWE already has women in NXT that they're focusing on. So I don't see WWE bringing back the knockouts, and I think it's unlikely that they bring back former divas. Maybe down the line they might bring her back in a trainer position or something like that, but don't see her being a regular character again. And I got one more question here from Joey Jojo. What do you think about Jim Ross joining Jeff Jarrett's GFW promotion? I think it's a good thing. I definitely see it as a positive. It does not hurt to bring in somebody the caliber of Jim Ross into your organization. I think it does bring some instant credibility that Jim Ross would be part of it, because Jim Ross has been very selective about things that he has done since leaving WWE. He didn't go to TNA. He's basically stayed away. So for him to get involved with this promotion must mean that he has some confidence in it. And I definitely think that it will add to the credibility of the promotion at least in the short term. I mean, I'm definitely more intrigued about it now that Jim Ross is involved. I mean, Jim Ross knows better than anybody how to tell a story and how to get people over and how to introduce characters to the audience and do all that stuff that's really critical for a new product that's being introduced in the United States. Having Jim Ross there talk about the backgrounds of the wrestlers and trying to sell what's going on in the ring. I mean, nobody can do it better than Jim Ross. So, this is definitely a good decision to bring him into GFW. That'll do it for this edition of No DQ&A Video. Thanks as always for watching. Subscribe, youtube.com/NoDQCAW. Almost at 45,000 subscribers. Check out the No DQ&A videos. Check out Talk Wrestling with Jeff Meacham and Rob Van Dam. Another video coming up next week, so stay tuned for that. And I will see you guys next time for more.